Hello and welcome back to Harriet's Custom Computer Art Plus. If this is your first time, thank you for stopping by. Feel free to subscribe. If you'd like to be notified the minute I have up new tutorials, hit the bell. And if you like the projects that you see, don't forget to hit the like button. And please share the channel with others. Thank you. I've had many requests asking me to show how I design my custom templates. Today I'm going to show you how easy it was to design this template. It took 12 minutes to design, and I'll show you how easy it is. It's the perfect thing for graduations, birthday gifts, wedding gifts, the money box. In an upcoming tutorial, I'll show you how I used this template to make a custom graduation money gift box. Let's get started. I thought I would show how I design templates. They're really easy to do, and I had a friend ask me about the money box, so I decided I would make her a template to make it easier for her to make it. So I'm going to show you how I design the templates. We'll start with this one, which isn't difficult to do, and then in future tutorials I'll be showing you how I make some of the more they're not really more difficult, but just a few more steps involved with making some of the other boxes, like the butterfly heart and the celebration bags and different bags that I have on my Etsy store. So let's start with this one. So this is the money box, and the measurements are between 3.94 inches per side, and I'm just gonna make it 4 inches. But for starters, if I want to cut it out on Cricut, I'll have to separate it so that because we can't go outside of the parameters of 9.25 by 6.75, but I'm going to design it as a whole first, and then I'll show you how to divide it up so that you can cut it out on the Cricut. So first of all, we need to start with the shape. So I'm going to tap on shapes, and I'm working on an iPad 12.9. It would be pretty similar, I guess, on the desktop or other devices, other tablets. So I'm just going to make a regular square, the one with the square corners. I'm just going to resize it a bit for now. Now move that off to the side. And now I'm going to make this white, so all I have is the outline. I'll make it gray for now. So I'm going to go to Edit. I'm going to go over here where it says Basic Cut on the bottom left-hand corner. I'm going to tap that. I'm going to change it. I'm going to leave it as a basic cut for now because it'll show the outline, and I'll just change it to a gray color so it'll be easier to see when I add score lines. So I'm going to make 4 more of these. I'll shrink it down a little bit. I'm going to make 4 more of these by going to Action, Duplicate, and now that I have 2, I can group those, make 2 more, and then I'm going to also need 2 more. So you'll need 6 in all, because you're basically making a cube or a dice, if you think of it as the 6 sides on a dice. So I'm just going to line these up so that I can put them in the format that they'll need to be for assembly. So I'm just lining all 4 of those end to end, and then I'm going to put 2 on the side. Next, I need to make my tabs where the box could be glued together. So I'm going to go once again to Shapes. I'm going to choose a triangle. And this is what I often use for a flap. I'm going to resize it a bit. Then I'm going to make another square, just a regular square, by going to Shapes. And then I'm going to cut myself a tab off of this triangle. So I'm just leaving this much of the triangle exposed. I'm going to slide across and then slice. and then I can get rid of all of this because all I want is this tab. And this is, if you look at it, you can see that it's like a box closure. If you don't want it that tall, you can click on edit and then unlock it and bring it down a little bit. That makes a good tab. Then I'm going to lock it back so that everything will stay in the right proportion. Now I'm just going to put this wherever I need it. I'm going to go ahead, I'll just leave it gray for now, and I'm going to go ahead and attach all of these just so they won't be moving all over the place. So I'll attach them for now. Later I'm going to weld. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring my tab over, sit it on one side, line it up, drag it from the corner until it pops to the other side. I'm going to tap on that tab and duplicate it because I want 2 more here, and then 2 more. I'll show you where I'm going to place them. 1, 2. I'm going to turn this one on the vertical, slide it right there. Gonna get another one, turn it the opposite direction, on vertical, slide it there. And then I want 2 more up here at the top, so I'm going to make 2 more duplicates and put them right here on each side. And let me see, I think that's all of them. That one was go there. Oh, I need 2 more. So I'm going to make 2 more duplicates. 1, 2. Put one here. And then put one on this side. And all I'm doing is visualizing in my head the way that this box will need to close. So now this is the completed money box assembly. And now I'm going to weld all of these together. I should have come up. Let me move this one out the way so I won't grab it. And I'm going to weld this all together by grouping all of them first. And then I'm going to hit weld. Now we're going to put in our score lines. So I'm going to go back to shape. Bring that back out. I'll go back to shapes. I'm going to tap that score line. And I used to like it where you could just stretch the score line out by dragging, but they changed that. Now you have to actually have the measurement for it, which I really don't like that much. I liked when I was able to just drag it out, and maybe you can still do that, but I haven't been able to do it on the iPad. So now I need to make this line as long as my little shape here. So I'm just going to tap on the shape, hit edit so I can see how long it is. I'm going to shrink it down some because it's saying it's 25 by 69. So I don't want it that long. I want it shorter. So I'm just going to make it, now I have it down to a height of 13.68. So I'm just going to tap on that score line and I'm going to make it 13.68 inches. But we're going, like I said, we're going to resize it to what we need it to be later. But this is just how I design it pretty quickly. So that's 13.68. I'm going to need 2 of these. So I'll duplicate it. And then I'm going to slide it over. Actually, it doesn't have to be quite that long because I'm not going all the way to the end. But instead of making all the separate little lines, like I don't really need it right here on the edge over here where the box will not be cut. I mean, where the box will not have a tab. But just to make it faster, I'm just going to put it all the way down. And now I can shorten this line a little bit. Let's see. That's what I hate because now I have to guess at it. So let's try 12.9. I could use a box too to get it, but almost perfect. So I need 12.92 maybe. So tap that again, go back to edit, choose 12.92 and see if that takes it to where I need it. Did it even change? It's good enough. So I'm going to make this one 12.92 because it'll still fold well. So I'm going to make this other side 12.92 as well. And now you have your sides where they'll score so you can fold. And now I need some going horizontally. So I'm going to make another one by going to shape, make another score line. This one I need it horizontal. I'll zoom in a little bit so I can see it. And once again, I'm going to have to guess at it because I can't just stretch it out. So that's looking like it might be possibly a little over a half inch. So let's see, this line is 0.25. I'm going to make it a full inch, see what happens. So I'll do, oops. I'm going to make that I'll just make it 1, see what happens. I'm going to make it 3 inches. 3.25. Okay, 3.25 was perfect. So now I just need to tap that, duplicate it, bring it down to this one, where this one folds. And I'm just going to keep duplicating that one and putting it on all of my horizontal folds. And also, I'll put it on my 2 tabs here on the sides. So I'm going to duplicate that again. I need 2 of those, and I need those back on the vertical. And put one here. Turn this one back to vertical. Put it there. And you've just completed designing this money box. And I wasn't timing that, but you can see how quickly you can do that. Now I want to attach all of my score lines to my template. So first I'm going to move my template out the way so that all I have are the lines. And I'm going to join all those lines and attach. Now I'm going to bring my template back over and put it back in place where it was. And now I'm going to attach these together. And you can make this, you can print on the gray portion if you want. You could, oh, I still need to put a line across the top of there. So let me do that right quickly. And I've already forgotten what I made that line. I think I made it 3 inches. Let's try that. Might have made it longer, but we'll see. Turn it on the vertical again. I mean on the horizontal plane. And drop it into place. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and add that one in by attaching it. So now you have your box design, and you want to make this little tab where the money comes out. So I'm going to go and just make you can actually make a little picture of a bill if you want. I didn't mean to duplicate that. But you'll just add a shape. And if I could remember the measurement of the width of a dollar, I think I'll pause and get that measurement, and then I will be right back. Okay, a dollar is 2.61 inches wide and 6.14 inches long. So for the 2.61 inches wide, I'm going to edit this square by hitting edit. I'm going to unlock it, and then I'm going to change. Before I unlock it, well, it doesn't matter. I'll change it to 2.61 width, 2.61. And then this will be, wow, I guess I made the box good. I downsized it perfectly without even trying. So now this is going to be the pull tab that the dollar bill is on. or the dollars, whatever denomination you're going to use. I'm going to also duplicate this because I need to make the cutout where the money will be coming from, and that's going to be on this end, and I want it to be a little bit larger than the dollar. So this is 2.6. I'm going to make it 2.7, and I'll see if I like that width. So I'm going to make it width 2.7. I'll make it 2.75. And now I'm going to just put that near it so you see it'll be enough room for the bill to clear on both sides. I think I'll make it a little bigger. I'm going to make it 2.8 just to make sure it doesn't jam when it, so it can pull out smoothly. Okay, and now I have a 2.8 and I want to shrink it down so that it'll be a thin line for the money to come out of. And I'm just going to put that back wherever I want it. I can put it right here. And then once again, you're going to attach that. So I'm going to, hit back arrow for moving it. Then I'm going to attach that. So now this is all ready to go. This will be cut out. We'll have our little money cut out there on the top. And then we'll make this into our little money tab. So we can, this piece will be a print and cut. So I'm going to go to edit, change it from a basic cut to a print and cut, and then I will make it a money green. So I'm going to slide over and choose a color that I want to make. It's kind of money green. And on top of this, they usually add a strip of paper to attach at least the first couple of bills to. You can do that if you want or not. If you do want to do it and you want it to be white, I'll just duplicate this by going to Actions and hit duplicate a couple of times. Then I'm going to change those to white, and I can do those at the same time. Just attach them like this by sliding across, group them rather, then hit edit, and I can color them both white at the same time. Hit apply, and now I'm going to line them up with, and once you change it to a print and cut, the lines disappear, but since I knew where they were, it still worked out. And on the iPad, when it meets the line, it actually will snap to it. So I just need to attach these two and then bring them down and meet them with our tab here. And that's to save you ink. If you don't want to save, if you don't mind using your ink, if you have eco tanks that you don't have to be so conscientious of the ink usage, then you could leave it all green. And now you could add, the word pull, or make it look like a piece of money already. I'll just add the word pull here. So I'm going to hit text and just type pull here, or just pull. Bring it down. I can shrink it down just like that. And then you can leave that much showing. I'm going to go ahead and group it and attach it. And now you're all set. So I'm going to turn this around so that I can put this tab here so it will be coming from that little cutout in the top. And you've just designed a money box, and it's already the right size. So if you were using a silhouette where you could cut this size, you could go ahead and cut it. But if you're not using a silhouette and you're using a Cricut, then you will have to do this in sections, because if you go tap on it and hit edit, it falls outside of the print parameters. or the print and cut parameters. So this total piece is 11 by 14, 11.14 by 13.75. And so the easiest way might be to just cut it right down between the two. Actually, you would have to do more than that, because if you want to, would be actually easy for you to cut out by hand, but if you wanted to insist on doing it on the Cricut, you're going to have to cut it in a few pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a duplicate. So I'll have one for silhouette, and I'll move that one over here, and then this would be how you would need to do the one for Cricut. So I'm going to first detach it. I'm going to hide this one for now. So I'm going to detach it, and I'll have to detach it a couple of times. So I'm going to move the lines to the side for now. And now I just have this piece. And what you'll need to do is probably, let's see if I could do it this way. I didn't mean to duplicate. If I get a shape, get another square, and I'm just going to resize it. This should work. No, it shouldn't, because that length was, I think that length was beyond the print parameters. So we're going to have to cut it a couple of ways. So I'm going to line this up with where this fold line would be, and I'm going to slice it. Get rid of all the extra and tap on that, and we'll see that that's 11.14, so it would need to be cut again. So I'm going to make another shape. That's why I say sometimes it might just be easier to cut it out by hand, but if you just don't want to cut it out by hand, this is how you would have to set it up to cut it on Cricut. So once again, I'm going to go to the line where it would fold, and I'm going to slice there. Now this should do it once I do this slice. So I'm going to delete that, check on this one and see what this one is. 10.4, so this one will have to be cut as well. So for this piece now, we can move it out of the way, but we need to put a tab on this side so that when we put it together, it will be able to attach to the piece that's separate. So once again, I'm going to make a triangle, resize it a bit, and then I'm going to cut that triangle off by making another shape and do the same thing like I did to make the tab originally. And I'm just eyeballing this, and we're going to slice so that we have the tab again. And now I'll need to put a tab here. Shrink it down so that it lines up. Take this down some, and then I want it to go all the way across. So I'm just going to line it up going across. And now this piece should be fine if I click on edit. That's well within my print and cut parameters. So I'll keep that there, and then I'll need to cut this piece one more time. So I'm going to have to make a square, another shape, and I'll cut this in this time. Go across, hit slice, get rid of all the extra junk. And now I'm going to pull this one down some I need this tab again, so I'm going to duplicate it. Oops, I forgot our little cutout. Let me put that back because I want that cutout to stay where I had it. I'm just going to send this layer to the back so that I can join that to its little cutout. I'm going to attach it, move that down, and now I need to duplicate that tab, bring it down, and place it here. So now you'll have to, if you're making it on the Cricut, it will have to be cut in this shape. And then you'll have to add back in your cut lines. They'll have to be separated and added in where they need to be. And I've already shown you how to do those, so I won't show you again. But you can just detach this one and then put them back where you need them. I can do the quick ones, but I don't feel like remeasuring for the other ones. I'm going to bring that to the front before I do that. While it's still joined, hit edit, arrange, bring to front, and now when I detach it, everything will be already on top. So when I move them over, we will be able to see where they are going. And then you're just going to have to put these back in wherever they go. I can change this piece. Let me change these pieces to gray. So I'm going to go to edit, and actually I just need to weld it. So I'm going to go to group those two pieces and weld them. Send it to back so I can see my score lines, and then you're just going to put your score lines back in. Wherever they need to go. Then attach and just keep putting them wherever they need to go. So I need to weld this piece, and then I need 1, 2, 3 more of those short ones. Actually, I need more. I think I need 4. So I'm just going to duplicate that 4 times. I can get rid of these long ones now because I don't need those anymore for this new arrangement. And I'm just going to put in all these lines, all the score lines where I need them. I guess I did show you after all, but just in case some people needed to see the whole thing, the whole process. This would be the whole process to setting it up. Then I'm going to attach those. And now, as you see, once you put it back together, you can, just cover up those tabs. You'll see how it'll go together. I think I need another one of those score lines. You'll see how it'll go together, how you'll have a tab for every spot that needs it. And now, since it is print and cut, you could print any within the parameters. You can you can design it any way you'd like. You could print directly on the box anything you want, and then print it out and assemble it, and it'll look really nice. So I'm going to put this last one in place. I'm going to attach those score lines. Make sure to attach the score lines, otherwise they're going to move when you're ready to go to make it. And then, as you can see, I'm going to put this back together. I might need one more. I think I need one more tab, so I'm going to back out of this so that I can get one more tab without going through a whole bunch of trouble. If it'll let me back out before I grouped that piece. Yeah, so I'm just gonna duplicate that. Now I'll weld it. Because I'm going to need a tab right here. I'm going to make sure that's detached so that I can weld that piece on there. Edit. Send it to the back so I can, maybe I didn't move that close enough. Let me try that again. I think I did move it close enough, but sometimes the design space can't handle all of the functions it did at that time. So I'm going to go ahead and send that piece to the back so that I have my score lines back. And now I'm ready to start attaching these score lines. I'll make myself some more. So I'll come on. There we go. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the vertical score lines. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. I think I did enough. And then I'll just put these where they go. On all the tabs. All of the vertical score lines need to go. Zoom in so I can make sure I'm getting those in the right spot. Okay. And then I'm going to attach those score lines. And now I think just need one more vertical. To go here. Attach. And then a horizontal one here. And attach. And now when I test it, I'll have make sure that I have a tab for all those areas where I need one. Oops, forgot to attach those. Hit attach. So this is going to go here. This is going to go there. And so you can see that we have all our tabs. So I'll bring back up the one that's all together. And you can see the difference. I'll go ahead and get rid of these. And now you can see that when you assemble it, it will be your same money box. I just don't have that piece all the way up. But when you assemble it, you'll see the way you'll assemble the one for a silhouette, if it can cut the full shape, or if you're cutting on a Cricut, you'll need to slice it up. Oh, I forgot another line. You'll need to slice it up into 4 pieces to make your box. So that's how easy it is to make these templates. It only took me a little longer because I had to cut it up, but you see how quickly you can make it if you don't have to change it out into the parameters for cutting on Cricut. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Once again, you're watching Harriet's Custom Computer Art Plus. I'll see you next time.